Today I wanted to share what studies have found that great salespeople do well. And I wanted to share this because sometimes people can get really hung up on the sales conversation. And they have a lot of fears about it, or when they get a no, they take it personal and they start to develop fears about it. In actuality, you have to do about 15 sales calls before you start to get the hang of a sales call. And it really takes more than that, about 20, 50 sales calls before you really get good at it. So when you're first doing sales calls, when you start to get those no's or maybes, you have to work through that. You have to know that that is part of the process. And one of the things that they have found with salespeople is what they call buoyancy. And if you look up what buoyancy means, it's to float, float in water or in air. But when they're talking about sales, they're talking about that ability to bounce back after a rejection and just, okay, and just go on and keep going. And so some of the things that they talk about and how to prepare for a sales call. Sometimes you used to hear, oh, you have to pump yourself up, and get yourself all positive. Well, that works better than doing nothing or, worrying about it. But there's something that the best salespeople do that's even better than that. And it's called interrogative self-talk. And what they do is they ask themselves questions. They say, well, how am I going to do this? How am I going to solve their problem? How am I going to help this client meet their goals? And so as they ask those questions and their mind automatically starts to answer those questions, they are actually practicing their dialogue. They are rehearsing ahead of time because they're answering those questions and getting them those answers top of mind. So when they get in there with the client, they have them ready because they just rehearsed it. So they found that works the best. But there's something else I wanted to talk about. They talk about another research study found that there's the 3 P's of sales. And the one is personal. Okay, and personal means people take a rejection personally. They're like, oh, they don't like me, or they didn't, I screwed up, I messed up. And so they take it personal. The next thing is pervasive. And they think, oh gosh, this always happens to me. I never get this right. I never get sales. They say pervasive. And then the next thing is permanent. And they think, oh, it's the end of the world. Oh, I'm never going to get this right. This is horrible. It's the end of the world. I'm never going to get my business off the ground. And so I keep getting these messages. Let me keep making sure they don't mess me up here. Okay, so what the best salespeople do is they make it less personal, okay? They understand why somebody said no. It's not always about you, okay? Remember, it's about your client or prospective client. Maybe they just really don't have the budget right now. Maybe they don't have the time. Maybe they're not ready to make this move. Maybe they actually decided on somebody else. Maybe it's a friend of theirs who's going to help them with this project, a relative. So they make the rejection less personal. They try to understand why, and they realize it's not about you doing the sales. It's about the client and what's going on in their world. And pervasive, they make it less pervasive. Okay, so maybe you got a rejection this time, but do you always get rejected? Maybe you got a sale earlier this week. Maybe it was 2 weeks ago. Maybe it was a month ago. So it's not always. And even if you're new to sales, you got the call, okay? You can get another call. So you're not getting, it's not pervasive. It's not always. So the next thing is permanent. Less permanent. That one sale is not the end of the world. It's you'll get another sales call. You just got to keep working the system. So make it less permanent. It's not the end of the world. The world is not crashing down. You'll get another sale. You'll figure out what to do. Okay? It's not permanent. So these are the 3 Ps. I don't know if it really looks like a 3 there, but it's a 3 Ps. And so this is what they found that the best salespeople do. And so I wanted to share that with you because I know not everybody's in personal selling, but because sometimes you're selling online, but a number of you are in personal selling. So I wanted to share that. But it doesn't have to be a sales. It could be trying to get a strategic partnership. It could be trying to get investors. So you're always the thing is everyone's a salesperson. And I meant to bring a book that I have. I will post it in the comments. There's a great book, and it talks about selling is human. It even has a title like that. That everybody's a salesperson, and it's not like this magical skill set that you don't have. You've talked. If you're a mom like I am, you sell your children on eating healthy. You sell them into doing their homework. If you are, you're dating or something, you sell your partner into going to the movie that you want to go to, or your friends into going to the restaurant that you like. So we are all natural salespeople, and they found that sales is not, the best salespeople are not the people who are extroverts. The best salespeople are a little bit of a combination. They're a little extroverted, a little introverted. They're a little bit of a mix because they're great listeners. They listen to their clients' needs. They listen, they absorb it, and then they come up with a solution for their clients. And so I just want to put that out there for you to help you with sales. And whether you are trying to get clients into your business or you're trying to get investors or strategic partners, this should really help you.